commitment to providing for Taiwan's defense is strong. It's the law in the Taiwan Relations Act. The commitment is high. It's a bipartisan commitment, too. So it doesn't matter which president is in office, that commitment is strong. But I think the U.S. alone cannot defeat China in a war for Taiwan. Taiwan has to contribute. Taiwan has to be a critical factor. It's what we're fighting over and fighting for. So I think Taiwan's military investments, its civilian investments, its society's investments have to consider all those phases of conflict. Is the U.S. going to come to Taiwan's defense, and what would that look like? And it would be conditional on a number of factors. Be conditional on Taiwan itself, right? If Taiwan is seen as provoking that conflict, then the U.S. is going to be much less inclined to come to its support. If it's perceived that China is simply using naked aggression to achieve a political objective, then, of course, the U.S. would be much more inclined to support militarily. Similarly, if Taiwan doesn't invest enough or in the right way to enable their own military to be effective through all the phases of a conflict, then that would be a condition that would hamper U.S. intervention, right? There has to be a functioning military on the ground for the U.S. to come support, right? It's not like the U.S. is just going to set up a cordon around Taiwan and take it over, right? Taiwan is not a colony, it's not a state. So they have to defend themselves. And if Taiwan doesn't do that, then it's impossible for the U.S. to come to their defense. That's why Taiwan's self-defense is so critical. If the will of the Taiwan people is to join in some form of confederation with China, that would be up to the people of China. That would be a form of democracy. The U.S. couldn't stop it, not morally and probably not practically either. The U.S. policy position is absolutely clear, and it's the God's honest truth. It's up to the people of Taiwan to determine their future. And the U.S. is committed to ensuring that whatever solution is made, that it's in the interests of the people of Taiwan as they define it. So the U.S. is not preventing anything from happening, other than perhaps deterring the PLA from walking across the strait in a cakewalk to take Taiwan. The idea is for the U.S. to provide Taiwan with political, diplomatic, military support so that it can create space for Taiwan to negotiate with the mainland to achieve an outcome that's to the satisfaction of the people on Taiwan. That's the U.S. commitment.